Oh hi, I'm going to try some of those RS engine mounts. Should we give it a go? I took the air filter housing out and I found that I think I've just caught them in time. If we look down there, you can see that that pipe has just started to catch the body there, and that's obviously because the mount's stretched enough for when it's vibrating or going around corners or whatever it does. That is obviously just catching that, so hopefully I just caught this in time. So I've got my engine mounts there, and they're probably original, I don't know, but they look quite old. Anyway, so what I've gone and got is I've gone and got a pair of these RS ones, and I can't remember where the place I got them from, but they're sort of semi-solid ones. They're supposed to be really good and they don't stretch so much. They're quite expensive, but I think they're about 100 and... but don't tell the missus. That bolt there is an 18mm. You undo that and you just put your new mounts in. I don't think it's a huge job, but it's one that a garage will probably charge you a fair few quid to do. Put your car on some small ramps. So the top bolts are out. I managed to get the bottom one cracked off. It was very, very tight, very tight. I found out that jacking the sump up does not support the engine. So if you support it at that's the actual carrier, if you support it at that point there, it's much more supportive than people putting a block of wood under the sump. So just as I undid that, it started leaking oil. I don't know what it's like condition wise. Don't know really. Doesn't seem as sloppy as I imagined it to be. It's not sloppy, but definitely leaking oil. The trickiest thing with these new ones is because the bolts aren't captive, you have to try and wedge your spanner. But as you're trying to get the nut on, the bolt comes through the spanner, so I had to put a club hammer on the top with the other nut in it just to stop it, because it was a bit of a pain in the bum. But this one is now on. I've just got to do those two bolts up. I kept one of the bolts outlet just to help the spanner from not turning. So I've just got to nip those up now, and this side will be done, and then I'll be on to the other side. Well, I've been on this probably a few hours now, and they're in. I've had to use the original bolts on the top because the ones that came with the new ones are longer and they don't seem to want to go in very well, but these ones I've just got to tighten these up. The bottom one's now done to 85 newton meters. These ones have got to be done to 23, and then I can put it all back together, and there they are. They look good, don't they? And they take up a lot less space in the engine bay as well. And hopefully that pipe will no longer touch the bodywork when cornering, etc., which it obviously was before. So yeah, job's a good one.